Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show's about to begin.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight, not knowing what you're getting yourself into, so I apologize in advance. So tonight is present word number 10, and we are here to be present, to listen, to be, to sit, to take this in, to share this space with each other, with one another, and to see where that takes us and where we go with that. And so before we start, I just want everyone just to shake off a little bit, just shake off the outside, just let's shake your heads a little bit. And then I want you just to tap your head a little bit. We're gonna just activate ourselves. Let's tap our arms. We're activating ourselves here. Tapping the arms. Tap your sides. Tap your back if you can reach your back. Tap your cheeks. And then go, ah. Amazing. So I'm going to collect some words from you that will help create the framework and the structure of tonight. These will be the foundation, the skeleton, the DNA of tonight's performances. So without further ado, let me take some words. Corey?
Yes.
You did sit right in front of me, so I'm going to ask you first, you know. Okay, give a man a fish. Okay, let me take another word. Eniafe. Flow. Fish in a flow. Come take your flow. Brennan, what's your word? Empathy. I'm just gonna act like I know how to spell that. James. Don't look so surprised. Utopia. Rosa. Balance. I love that. Think about balance. Here's your balance. How good is your balance? Max. Air. I know you wanted to do that word for a long time now, so don't act like you just picked it. Okay, I've got one more card. Jade. Fluid. Okay, so let's pull up those cards so that we can see them, and we're going to read these all together. Repeat after me. Fluid. Empathy. Flow. My favorite. Fish. Balance. Utopia. Air. Okay, without further ado, we're going to go into the air and see where this takes us. So now I have your words, we have this framework, kind of keep them out and about, just around so that I can see them. And then we're going to go on a little journey somewhere, somehow, someplace, sometime. You can feel free to close your eyes or keep them open, but let's see where we go. As we all sit here and think about fish, the fish of our lives, the fish of your life, the fishes that flow, the fishes that balance, the fishes that know. Fishes have been singing and breathing and floating and doing for Utopia for many, many years. Fish have been shedding tears, but you can't see them because the water lets them flow. It lets them know. It lets you know. It lets you know how to flow. Fluid in yourself, fluid in ourselves, fluid in infinite amount of selves, fluid in the shelf. Come in, be, see, sit, be, understand yourself. As we sit here and we think about balance, as we stand here and we think about balance, the balance of our life, the balance of our time, the balance of our space, the balance of infinite amount of space, the balance of understanding our place in time, understanding our place in life, understanding the flow that you give us and the flow that it knows. As we sit here and pull these words out of the sky, out of the air, infinite amount of air that shows that you care, as you breathe that air into your lungs, into our lungs, as we might be one. As we think about empathy, empathy is something that is taught and seen. If you didn't grow up with it, it's something that you have to learn to be. You have to be shown, you have to be grown, you have to see it, to know it, to be able to be it and understand what empathy actually is. The idea of empathy doesn't really translate if you're not shown it, if you're not seeing it, if you're not being it. Thinking about the life that we see, Utopia. What is Utopia? Who is Utopia? Understanding that we are the sea, we are the balance between you and me, the life that flows, the trees that blow. Trees are 1 trillion years and they know, they see their roots that grow, their roots they know why you are you and I am me. They know why you are you and we are we. They know why you are you and the trees go deep. The leaves fall, the leaves fall. We're not no fools, not no fools. Those fish swimming in the sea, those fish that say who you can be, those fish that flow, those fish that know. Those fluid fish that see and sow and grow and be and wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why. Some of us find it so hard to cry, so hard to be, so hard to see, so hard to let ourselves be air. See air. No air. We're air, 'cause we care. Life, balance, fish, flow. Life, balance, balance, you know. Life, fish, Utopia knows. Life, fish, balance, you know. Life is fluid. Life is balance. Life is space. Life in this place. Life between us. Trees between us. Soil between us. The breeze beneath us. The flow between us, the fish beneath us, the space between us, the balance beneath us, the space between us, the flow between us, the life between us, the space between us, the love between us, the life between us, the air between us, you care between us, the space between us, the time between us, the air between us, the flow between us, you care between us, you know between us, the balance is us, the balance will show you, the balance is us, the balance is you, the balance of air, showing that you care. As we sit here and we meditate and we wonder why we walked through that door, we wonder why we have to create as creative people, never being pleased, never knowing why we have to create and make more, knowing why we share and make and bake, wondering why we have to create, that burden of being creative, that burden of not knowing why you do what you do and why you have to make and why you have to shake and why you have to create and bake these big beautiful cakes. Why we have to flow and why we have to know. People have been around a really, 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 really long time, but we're still not doing it right. We're still not doing it right. Or maybe it should be left. Maybe the utopia is between the air, between you, between me, the balance that is us. Without balance, this is us. Without flow, this is us. Without empathy, this is us. The sea that flows between me and us. Okay, I'm going to ask for a couple of words. You can just shout them out. Tony, love. Cecilia, run. Katerina, kind. Vern, space. We're running and not knowing why. We're loving and not knowing why. We think about the space that we have and why that makes us kind. We're running away from kindness. We're running away from love. We're running to love, to kindness. We're running to space. We're running into this place. We're running into that place, that infinite amount of place that is space and the time between us. We are running and flowing and not knowing why we love, why we're kind, and why we have fish in front of us. We're running and running and running the sea. We're running and running and running away and further away from me and from you. The love between me and you. The kindness between me and you. That time and space. That infinite amount of place that brought you into this room. Wondering why you're in this room. Wondering why what I'm doing, what you're doing, what everyone is doing. And that's all we can do in this life is wonder why, and explore, and create, and be curious. Curiosity is the key. Curiosity is the flow. Curiosity is the thing that will help you know. Curiosity is the bridge. Curiosity is the gap that you can fill with your balance, with your air, and make us be in utopia. Utopia is the place that we know, where empathy glows, where fluid will know, where kindness is the one that shows. As we run and we see, as we run and we be, you are you and we are we. You are you and we are we. We as we start to come back into this place, as we start to come back into this space, as we start to come and understand why we stand. What do you stand for? What do we stand for? What do I stand for? What do you stand for? What do we stand for? Do you stand for more? Do you stand for love? Do you stand for kindness? Do you stand for empathy? Do you stand for flow? Do you stand for the fish that you know? Do you stand for balance? Do you stand for utopia? Do you stand for the air that floats away in the air? Do you stand for running? Do you stand for love? Do you stand for fluidness between love? Do you stand for the flow between us? Do you stand for trees? Do you stand for that breeze? Do you stand for the floor and the air and the ground between us? What do you stand for? Who do you stand for? Why are you standing? Why are you caring? Why are you here? Why are we here? And I'm sweating here. As we see and soar and see and soar and see and soar and see and soar and see and soar, and everyone join in. See and soar, 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 see and soar. Thank you. So thank you to Evan Mathews, who's my guest tonight, taking us into space. And we have Jan here that's making sure we sound good. And Ali here capturing us. And Katerina making sure you got in okay. So thank you for all coming through. There's lots of new faces today, so thank you for being open to walking into something that's unexpected and seeing an arty-farty performance. Thank you. Let's do more of this. So this is the last present word for a little bit, but I'll let you all know when the next one is. And it's been really fun having you all on this adventure with us to see how this grows. And the show has been iterating and changing, and it's been really fun. So love you all. Thank you for coming and enjoying. Hang out. You're all nice, amazing, creative, talented, empathetic fish people. So enjoy.
Thank you.
Hammer, 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 hammer. I can feel someone, or not feel someone, I can hear someone hammering, I guess, in their apartment. Which actually it's Sunday, so technically no one should be doing any hammering in their apartment today. But it's all good, we've all been there. I guess hopefully they just are not there for a long time. And actually last night was interesting because I guess they have a little baby next door, so I could hear this like repeating melody going on and on and on. And I was like, oh my God, is that in my head? Where is that coming from? And I put my head, or I should say my ear, to the wall. And I could just hear this little melody repeating over and over and over again. So I really don't know how that would put a little child to sleep, because It didn't feel calming. It's just a little bit repetitive and annoying. Oh, what am I even doing? See, I got totally distracted. What am I even doing? Okay, so I am here drawing and talking about the amazing night that we had. And there was a star of the show, which was the little fish. And there were some other beautiful words that we had. So there was like flow and empathy. And actually, I feel like tonight was my favorite present word. Utopia. Interesting TV show, the British version. Balance. And so I kind of like how this is turning out. We've got all the words at the bottom, all the action at the top. And I forget what date it was or what it is. Fluid, love. So I'm being a little bit sneaky and I'm drawing this not on the night or the night after or the morning after. I'm doing it kind of like a week after. So hence my memory and getting distracted. But I'm here and you are here, which means you made it all the way to the end of this video, which is amazing because who watches anything to the end these days? But since you did, this is for you because you are incredible and enjoy your life.